Hey, it's great to be with you again today. Have you ever felt like God was preparing you for something and you didn't really understand what was going on or why it was happening? And, I remember one time I'm driving down the road and I'm just minding my own business, right? And I'm going to church and I'm trying to get there and I pass this guy who's walking out of the prison and he's walking down the road. And as I drive by him, now remember, I'm just trying to get to church. My brain goes, you should ask him if he needs a ride. And I'm like, nope. This guy was huge. Big overall jeans with suspenders, no shirt underneath, wearing a baseball hat, big beard, right? And I'm driving down the road and I'm like, nope. And I just keep driving, right? And I get down a little further, and this voice in my head says, you need to go pick that guy up. And I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, no, I'm not. And finally, I get down a little further, and this voice again says, go pick that guy up. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, God, if this is you, okay, I'm going to go do it. But if I get killed, I'm going to be totally bummed out, right? I turn around, I go back up, I go past the guy. As I drive past him, we make eye contact. I go up to the road, I turn back around, I come back down beside him, open up my window, and said, hey, buddy, you need a ride? He looks at me, and he is startled, to say the least. And he sees me, and he's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, are you sure I can give you a ride if you need a ride? And he's like, no, buddy, seriously, I'm okay, thanks. And I'm like, okay. I put my window back up, I drive away, I'm like, God, are you kidding me? You were telling me to pick that guy up, and now he doesn't even get. As a matter of fact, he's afraid of me. He thinks I'm a stalker now, right? And I go to church, and I kind of forget about it. A couple weeks later, I'm driving down the road again, going to church in the middle of the night. It's about 9 o'clock at night. It's dark out. It's in wintertime. And as I pass the prison, this voice in my head screams, stop. Now, I don't know if anything like this has ever happened to you, but it's startling, right? It scared me. And I hit the brakes. I'm like, what? What? And I look around, and there's a guy sitting on the side of the road that I didn't even see. And a voice said, ask him if he needs a ride. And I opened up my window, and don't you know, he came and got in the car and asked me for a ride to the bus stop. I ended up taking him to Claymont that night to his home, and we talked about Jesus the entire way. Now, if I had never encountered that first guy in the daylight, I never probably would have stopped for that guy the second time. God prepares us for things that are coming that we don't even know about. When we hear his voice, we need to obey because he is preparing us to go out into the world to spread the good news of Jesus. Amen? Amen. So when we hear that, let's get out there and even if it scares us, right? Go and do and hear and obey. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us. Until we get to meet again. Amen? Amen.